remember this very vividly. It was kind of like my first viral post. Young Maul and Lil Quill came to my neighborhood just to take pictures with me. We all know we graduated 2020. We had our COVID year.
COVID year, bro.
COVID year, crazy. I had a good 10 solid offers coming out of high school, a few D1s and a few D2s. COVID completely wiped out all of that. Money is rolling in, but at what cost? So I look in the mirror after I get out the shower, and my face, bro, is like shriveled. I asked God for clarity. I asked God to show me my purpose. I asked God to just put me where I needed to be, and he stripped everything. I had dropped 20 pounds in a matter of a week and a half. It just made me think like, yo, like somebody believed in my talent enough, in my gifts enough to have me come out of the country and take pictures of them.
Hey man, what's going on, Pure Intentions gang? My name is David. I'm one of your hosts.
I'm Justin.
And this is episode number 35. Hey man, if you have not checked out the last episode, be sure to check that one out. Very important, talking about emotions and the importance of controlling them before they control you. But today we have a very special episode.
Yes,
we have not had a guest in, I don't know, probably 15 episodes, something like that.
Yeah.
But today, man, we got somebody that I've known for a long time. Justin is known for a minute as well. Spent a lot of time with this young man. And bro, to bring him on the podcast and get his information and his insight is very priceless. I'm going to be honest. So we have Mr.201 with us here today,
Yes,
Harrison.
sir.
Hey man, let's clap it up, bro.
Thanks for coming on.
For sure. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Yeah, man.
as well.
Hey, bro, take a second to let the people know what you do, what you're about. Introduce yourself a little bit. Say what's up.
Okay, bet. All right, y'all. So my name is Harrison, aka Mr.201, photographer, creator, specifically film photography. I direct, I produce. I have my own clothing brand, wearing it right now. Control what you can control.
Oh my God.
That's my mantra. That's what I live by. And yeah, like David said, known him for years, man, since like third grade. Like,
Bro,
really?
kindergarten.
Yeah, I was going to say before that. Yeah,
bro.
Me and David have known each other since we came out, man. So yeah, that's my guy. Shout out to Justin as well. Met Justin. We met at Wadsworth.
Yeah.
Yep. So known Justin damn near the same time. Just a few less years that I've known David. So yeah. Happy to be here today, y'all. It's my first podcast that I've done in a minute. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, priceless knowledge. Yeah. Man, don't do this all the time. Yeah. So, hey, bro, we gonna jump right into it. You know, you're a photographer, you're a creative, but of course it didn't start like that. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like in the early days of me and your friendship, it was a lot of athletic stuff. Exactly. You know, a lot of activity. Yeah. And so, like, let the people know a little bit about like your experience coming up. Okay. And what influenced or what most influenced who you are today?
Okay. So starting off probably since like 3-4 years old, I've been playing basketball. So basketball was my first love, my first sport. From 4 to 11th grade. 4 to 11th grade, I was playing basketball. Track, my second love, I started running track 7th grade, I want to say, when I was at Chapel Hill Middle School in Decatur, Georgia. So, yeah, track took over basketball probably around my 9th, 10th grade year. Our coaches at Arabia did not like them. Ruined the game of basketball for me.
DeKalb County.
Yeah. Ruined the game of basketball for me. It was just, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to shit on anybody, but it was the system wasn't working for me.
I mean, let's keep it real. Like, it is what it is. These people, they got their jobs.
Politics, man. Yeah, it's straight politics, especially in high school sports, especially in DeKalb County. Yeah. Really any county, but you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, played basketball at high levels, AAU circuit all over, UIBL, everything. I done played I done played a few people that's in the league right now. Like I used to go for real. But high school, I was just like, let me focus on track. So we get into track, Arabian Mountain. Also shout out Georgia Elite. That was my AAU team.
Oh god.
Crazy team right there, man. Crazy team right there. We got records, New Balance Nationals record, all of that, man. Like we got to it. I ran the 200, the 400, long jump. 4x1 team was crazy. 4x2 team was crazy. We was getting to it.
Hey, bro, that's a lot, bro. Yeah. You was moving.
No, we were getting to it.
Yeah. But I feel like that's important growing up to be active and not let yourself be stagnant because it leads to when you grow up, you kind of had that experience of those habits being there.
Yeah.
And so, like, what impact did that have in what you became to be or chose to be after all of that?
Going into college, well, before college, we all know we graduated 2020. We had our COVID year.
COVID year, bro.
Crazy. I had a good 10 solid offers coming out of high school for track. I had some pretty good schools, a few D1s and a few D2s. So yeah, I had a few D1, a few D2 offers coming out of high school for track. Like I said, COVID completely wiped out all of that. Track isn't a big top 3 sport, so funding for everything was pretty much cut. So,
dang. Like overnight?
Yeah, a few schools even cut their whole track programs. Actually,
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. COVID, like,
bro.
Yeah, COVID did a lot of damage. I'm not gonna lie. Clemson, I want to say Clemson cut their program for a few semesters.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Clemson cut their program because that's where I was gonna go. I was going to Clemson. to run. And that completely went out the window. So I had to get myself together, decide where I wanted to go. Ended up going to Kennesaw for a semester. The coach there didn't let anybody walk on. They didn't have tryouts because it was COVID. Didn't want anybody to get sick, and they didn't have the money to bring on new people. So the team was just the team.
Yeah.
And that was it for me. Track was done. Wow. After that, track was done. I've been taking pictures though since I was 16.
Okay.
I just wasn't really. I had my business. I had 201 lifestyle, but I wasn't taking it serious to the point where I was just like, "This is all I want to do." It was still track.
More like a hobby thing.
Yeah, it was like a hobby. It was a hobby that I was making money off of that I just so happened to be good at.
No cap.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because track was my focus. Like I said, that's all I wanted to do was run. I was like, if it was not basketball, I'm running track. That's all. D1 was my focus. That was my only focus.
Hey, bro, like that's what I thought. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When everybody knew you as the athletic guy, bro.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? In basketball, going stupid. In track, going stupid. Like I knew for sure you were going D1, bro. Like,
and I was until that happened. So,
bro.
I just had to rewire my mind to realize that wasn't the end of just me. That wasn't the end of Harrison.
Was that hard for you?
Oh, it was very hard. Yeah, very hard. That's why I dropped out of college. I dropped out after a semester and a half at Kennesaw. I did a semester and a half. It was just depressing being up there. Like I said, COVID, we were in our dorms.
Yeah.
All my classes were online, on Zoom. It was crazy, man. Like, I was making all A's. I was, exceeding, doing very well in school. School's never been hard to me at all. But that just wasn't enough for me. So I was like, I left. I didn't tell my parents for a whole year after I dropped out.
Nah, that's a long bro, knowing your parents, that's a long ass time.
It was crazy. We're just now like getting over that as a family. Like, they still make jokes about it to this day. But yeah, I don't regret the decision at all.
Yeah,
I should have told them, but I don't care.
Yeah.
At this point, it is. I definitely should have told them though. I will say that if y'all watch this, I should have told y'all. But yeah, everything happens for a reason, bro. I feel like that decision that I made has gotten me to where I'm at today, and I'm still not where I want to be yet, but we're working towards that. And without me taking that risk, I wouldn't be here to be able to take these risks that I'm getting ready to take now. Okay. So. Yeah, dropping out, man, it's still the best decision I think I made. I feel like I would have been just wasting away at college, honestly. It was not challenging to me. It was boring.
Yeah, bro. I feel the same way, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally the example of what you can become if you do good in this class.
Yeah.
And the professors would show them as if I was that, bro. And I'm like every lesson that comes up, I already know. I've already taught myself. I've already done this. I've already gotten paid to do this. So why am I? It was so hard to stay there and rot away for real. Not everybody's gonna have
I'm
that.
already getting paid to do this.
You see what I'm saying?
Film and media, that's literally what I was already doing. And that was what I chose to be my major. So it was just, everything was repetitive. I was already working at Cam Kirk Studios at the time too. So it was just repetitive.
You started in high school working there, right?
I started working there at, I want to say 18. 18. I started shooting there at 16. That was my first time shooting there.
Okay.
And I got hired there 2 years later. So yeah, 18. Yep. 18.
Okay, for sure. Okay, bro. Well, it sounded like a transition happened there where you had to go from one thing that, would you say it held your identity, like track and sports?
I definitely, I won't say it held my identity. Well, in a sense, maybe, yeah, in a sense, it did.
So you had to make
I was able to just explore more creative facets of myself once I was able to let that go. And I wouldn't even say let it go. When I was able to accept it, that I wasn't going to be running professionally, or I wasn't going to be playing basketball professionally, because I still run now, still run competitively with run clubs and stuff of that nature. So yeah, once I got to the point where I was just like, okay, let's take a pivot. This isn't what we're going to do full time anymore, but we can still do it and make it work in this way. I was able to just let go of that hold that it had on my mind, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, you said two really important things. One was pivot and accept. The second one you said was acceptance, bro.
Acceptance, yes.
Like that can be like the hardest part for a lot of people. A lot of people be in denial of where they're at in life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even allow them to pivot.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely very real with myself in all aspects. Like if I know I'm not on the ball, I got to get on the ball. So definitely had to accept it, and like you said, definitely had to pivot and just change things around to make sure that I'm getting to where God wants me to be and where I need to be, and just locking in. Yeah,
no cap.
Yep.
It's something to be said about the decisions that we decide to make. We think about a lot of stuff, but the decisions, like you said, if you did not make that decision, it wouldn't have led you to where you are today.
Exactly. I feel like I would be stuck if I didn't make that decision.
No cap.
Just in a loop of doing the same thing over and over and over and over, of just feeling sad for myself and not working towards what I need to be working towards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fire, bro. Yeah. So you transitioned to photography.
Yes.
Or more serious into photography. I took it more
seriously, yes, exactly.
And so right now, bro, if anybody look at your page, you popping. Yeah. You going crazy. You working with some of the biggest names.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what the beginning of that looked like when you were taking it serious, and what separated you to lead you to where you are today.
I would just say it's cliche, everybody say it, but I was just hungry, bro. Like I was doing anything. Like now you see my page is mostly editorial, is well put together. It's not a lot of me at the club taking pictures, or there's rappers all over the page or anything. Not bashing anybody that does that, because we need our club photographers. We need our club photographers. We need our follow around rapper photographers. Like we need all of them. That's just not where I'm at in my career anymore. But what was the question?
When it first started off, how was it when you first was starting to take it serious and growing your clientele or your name?
So I'll say this: the first, I guess you could say, I wouldn't even say big shoot. The first, actually, yes. I'm going to tell this story first. Okay, so this was in high school. I want to say it was 2019. I remember this very vividly. It was kind of like my first viral post. Young Maul and Lil Quill came to my neighborhood just to take pictures with me. So we took pictures literally in my cul-de-sac of my neighborhood, and they went viral. So they kind of took me in. That's why I still shout out Moss, shout out Quill, still mess with them to this day. My first ever concert that I've just been to, not just shooting, that I've been to, was backstage with them. With Jay Critch and what is his name? And Rich the Kid. It was Rich the Kid's show. Young Marlon Quill open, Jay Critch open. And I think Guapo Tarantino was there too, open. So it was just crazy, man. That was my first big shoot where I was like, I could do this. I could be around the bigger names. I can be in the industry. I can shoot this. I can shoot that. And it just took off from there. After that, I linked up with my boy Coca. Shout out my boy Coca. Shout out my boy Naeem as well. Naeem introduced me to Coca and Coca Vango. And I started taking his pictures. He was bringing me on set to do this, introducing me to other artists. Like, we was like a media team for real. He was just putting me on to this, putting me on to that. Literally play after play after play every single day. And that allowed me to get my name out there as well. This is before I even started doing only shooting film. So I had my digital, and I would get like the little disposable cameras to start like dibbing and dabbing into film. Yeah. So that was the start of it right there. After that, started working at Cam Kirk Studios, and it really took off there. Shout out Cam, shout out Keenan, shout out Marley, B Media, everybody at Cam Kirk, man, my whole Cam Kirk family. Shout out my boy Prime, Jay Woods, Jazz, Ryan, Court, everybody. Yeah, Maddie, everybody. So yeah, working at Cam Kirk, man, it was a great experience until I just realized I had to grow, until I had to leave. Like I said, it was play after play there as well. I got to shoot Young Thug working there. I got to shoot Gunna working there. I got to shoot, man, anybody you could think of. Yeah, I've shot in that studio, or I've met in that studio. Drewski, Desi Banks on the comedian side of things. Like it's just been it was a great experience, man. Leaving there, that is when I started working heavily with Diera. Met Diera in 2021, randomly at a dinner. Well, no, it was not randomly. I was with two other photographers. Well, one's a photographer, one's a creative director, Sean and Travi. They brought me with them to meet her because they were just going to the dinner. And they told me to bring my little point and shoot camera to take film pictures. Took film pictures. Diera loved the pictures. And after that, we've been like family. Wow. Literally, that's my big sister, man. Shout out Diera. I thank you for everything. You know this. And yeah, it just took off from there. Since then, I just been taking all of her film pictures. She took me to Aruba. She took me on my first private jet, man. Wow. Like to California, to Vegas, like a lot of places that I had never been at that point was with her. And of course, people see me shooting her. They just hitting me. I started shooting with Jada as well. Shout out Jada. Shout out Treasure. Jada Wada. I shoot a lot of Wait a Minute stuff as well for her brand and just her personal brand as well. So, bro, just connections. That is the name of the game.
That's what I'm hearing throughout this whole thing. The common denominator is connections. Like connections and preparation, meeting opportunity.
Being ready when your name is called. Being ready when your name is called. If I didn't have my point and shoot camera when I met Diera, I just would have been another face at the dinner that night.
Literally. You differentiate yourself.
Exactly. I just would have been another face at the dinner.
So do you think playing sports, like you said, that stay ready all the time playing sports, do you think that translated?
Oh, 100%. Just my competitive nature, me just wanting to like be the best came from sports. Me wanting to just dominate and like you're not fucking with me. That whole attitude definitely came from sports. And really my dad instilled that in me like at a very young age. Like he used to be on me. Like he was like, I'm too soft. I'm not aggressive enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. And that really, not in a bad way. Let's make that clear. Not in a bad way. But yeah, that fueled me to, just like go harder and to make sure I'm on my shit. So yeah, shout out my dad as well. My mom in the same nature, but in her own way. Yeah. She wasn't as aggressive, but my mom was an athlete as well growing up.
Oh God.
Track star.
I'm stupid.
Track star. That's where I get my speed from. My mom and dad. But yeah, hundreds of medals in our crib. She just messed up her leg before going to college, but hundreds of medals in our crib. Like, I get it from both of them, just that competitive nature, being aggressive and just taking what's mine, knowing that I prepared for this is mine for the taking.
Yeah, no cap, bro. Yeah. That mindset of I can do this.
Exactly.
You mentioned that earlier. I can do this. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier where you kind of got this, and it's like a person can think they want to do something, but until they attain a little bit of success, for example, on this YouTube channel I'm building right now,
yes,
I want to do it more because I'm seeing some type of traction or I have some type of result that's impacting my decision to go there.
You're referring to the AI channel?
Yeah.
Yes. Congrats on that too. You've been growing that very well.
Hey man, I'm trying to hit 10K this year, bro. Yeah. Hey, fuck all the bullshit. Yeah. I'm trying to go crazy. Teach AI. I mean, look, but besides the point, it's the same concept of you got this picture of possibility that now turns into a reality. And that makes you able to just grab onto it more. So it sounded like you got that inkling and then you were like, okay, this happened. I mean, what else can happen? And all of that stuff transpired. Make sure I'm ready and take advantage of every opportunity in front of me.
Exactly.
So was there anything else that was kind of strategic in that process of getting you to where you are? Because I know, connections are a huge thing, but was there anything else that you think kind of led to that?
I would just say being myself, honestly, like being myself in connections, that's really pretty much all it is. That's the only advice I can give people. Work your ass off and don't think any connection is too small. That's one thing I will say for sure. Don't shit on any connection whatsoever, because that person that you may think is too small to connect with or too small to network with can blow up. And remember, you didn't fuck with them. No. Now you're trying to get on with what they're doing, and that's completely over with.
It's done.
I try to respond to as many DMs that I can get of people asking me questions about how I did this, how I did that. Aspiring photographers, aspiring models, aspiring creative directors. I literally do my best to respond to everybody. I can't always do it because it's a lot. Yeah. But I try my best to make sure I talk to everybody, I speak to everybody, I greet everybody. I network with everybody. Yeah. That's what I would say would just differentiate me from a lot of different people.
I don't Hollywood.
Exactly. I don't work with everybody, but I will network with you. I will get my own assessment of how you work, how you move, and then I'll make my decision from there. But I don't turn down any opportunity to network with anybody. Working with them is different because you can't work with everybody. Yeah, you can't have your name attached to just anything. Yeah. But yeah, don't turn down any opportunities to network, to have a conversation. Yeah. That's a big thing. Just having a conversation, because you never know. You
might think that person that you meet at Popeyes ain't nobody,
exactly. But
you
never know.
Little do you know, they literally know the person that you want to work with the most.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But there's this principle or this concept that is called the 7th degree of separation. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
So it's basically saying that you are basically 7 connections away from who you want to be. Yeah. Meaning you most likely know somebody that most likely knows somebody onto that 7th person that knows who I want to get in contact with.
You at that level.
Exactly. And so people don't stick around and build relationships, which is something I've been looking into way more, is how am I cultivating relationships so that they are in a growth trajectory? I've always been paying attention to business relationships, but was there any cultivation of relationships that you did that maybe was, just subconscious? Maybe it wasn't a forefront thought, I'm going to do this so this person does this, whatever.
Yeah, so I would say it's never really a forefront thought to me. I just like to be cool with the people that I'm working with. I don't, unless I know it's just a one and done shoot, like a birthday shoot or this, that, and the third, just something really quick. Every shoot, every client, I go into it thinking, oh, I could be cool with this person. I could kick it with this person. I could travel with this person. You feel what I'm saying? I won't even say me just being money hungry. I'll give an example. Working with De'Ara, a lot of people ask me this all the time. How did y'all get so cool? How are you like her little brother? What is this relationship? How did you grow to this relationship further than just taking pictures? Mm-hmm. For one, I did not always bring the camera around. I did not want her or anybody for this matter to solely feel like I'm only around to grow off of you. You can't just go around and leech. I can't go around, have my camera in Jada's face all the time. Okay. Have my camera in De'Ara's face all of the time. Have my camera in Thug's face, Gunna's face, anybody's face all of the time. You don't want people to feel used. And this is not even just on a celebrity level. This is on any level. Yeah. You don't want people to feel used. And just actually genuinely wanting to have that relationship, wanting to learn people, wanting to know people. You want to be able to grow. You cannot grow if you don't know a person or somewhat know a person. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So just going into relationships, wanting to be genuine, wanting to grow, wanting to learn, that is the biggest thing for me. And not just take. Yeah. I am very big on giving. And I feel like that has gotten me to where I am today. In this industry.
Bro, yeah. To add to that, even in my industry, I've done tons of free stuff. Mm-hmm. It's nothing for me to do it, but that gesture for that person, they are receiving rather than getting something taken from them or they're giving something to you. Exactly. And it's a completely different dynamic. And just strategically within relationships, if you implement a healthy balance of the two, you can literally...
It's no losing.
It's literally no losing. It's no losing. Because let's say one day I'm like, hey, I want to get my first photography client. All you would really need to do is research who needs it, go to them and say, hey, I would like to provide value for you. I would like to give something to you. And just think about it. How many times do we receive something on a weekly basis? How many times do we get a gift?
No, you're right. Yeah, much. You're right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So people will remember those moments. You know,
they remember those thoughtful moments, those genuine moments every single time.
Much more.
Over the take.
And you can't be a groupie.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, bro, don't be around here. Bro, like,
exactly.
You can't be doing none of that stuff, bro.
That Drewski skit. Bro.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, you cannot. I wasn't even referring to me just taking pictures having the camera. Like, you cannot always just have the camera out. You cannot always just have your phone out. Be in the moment and appreciate that relationship, and it will flourish.
Just like with a regular person.
Yes, it will flourish because they are regular people. Yeah, it will flourish.
What prevents people in that dynamic is placing people on a pedestal.
Yes,
you feel like this person is literally somebody that is completely out of this world, unattainable to be, but you get around them and they like the same things you like, or they think about the same weird things you think about.
That's my biggest thing, bro. And I feel like that's also a reason that I flourish in this industry. I don't put anybody on a pedestal but God. Okay. I pretty much, I don't look up. I won't say I don't look up to anybody. I will say that I don't look up to anybody. I don't look up to anybody. Yeah. People inspire me, yes. But I don't think it's one person where I would get around them and just be like, oh my God, this is this person. Like that's not me at all. And it's not even a matter of me thinking I'm all this and I'm all that. But why would I put you on a pedestal? Why would I just bow down? Like I said, I put nobody on pedestal but God. Yeah. God is the only person, not even person. God is the only thing I put on a pedestal.
Literally, bro.
That is it. That is all.
It's about self-worth.
Yes, self-worth.
Like, you know, you have some value to bring, just like they have value to bring.
Exactly.
Maybe their value is in a different place. Maybe their network is larger than mine. But in terms of this skill that they need, I have that value.
I have the value.
And even,
I hold the control.
Exactly.
I hold the control.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's very important for people to get out of that lifestyle, because I've definitely been in a position where I placed someone on a pedestal just because I didn't understand, you know, human dynamics. I didn't understand that this person literally was most likely in my position before and then became who they are. So
not even most likely, definitely in that position before.
Yeah, exactly. Because everybody started
somewhere.
Everybody start from the bottom, bro. So you mentioned running. You know what I'm saying? You were running in high school.
Yes.
Blacked out, but like, why do you keep running now?
So running is like my therapy. I will say that I just like running. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just love to run. I recently did a race from LA to Vegas. It's called the Speed Project. I did not run. Well, I ran some in this one, but I didn't officially run because I was on the media team. Me and my boy Quan and Matt, we shot a documentary for the race. And I'll send you guys a link. But we shot a documentary. It took us 51 hours. It took the team 51 hours to run from LA to Vegas. So that was, I want to say 305 miles, maybe a little bit more.
Damn. How many people was on the
team of 6?
Damn.
It was crazy.
Like, did they sleep?
We barely slept. I will say that.
Wow.
We had intervals like when we had 2 teams of 3. So the team running their section, they would be in the Jeep, switching out, running their segments. And then the team that wasn't running would be in the RV following the Jeep, resting.
Okay.
And we did that for 51 hours straight. I probably slept, out of the 51, I may have slept 4 to 6 hours.
Damn.
My camera was in my hand 24/7. I was taking pictures of the runners, vlogging my own self, making a YouTube video that I still have to edit.
Oh, God.
Vlogging myself and creating reels at the same time. So I was doing 3 different things all at the same time. Creating reels, doing a whole vlog, and taking pictures. Film and digital.
Damn.
So it was pretty much no point in this race where I could just be like, yeah, I can chill. Yeah, like I said, I probably had 4 to 6 hours of sleep the whole time. It was an amazing experience, though. I would do it 10, 20 times over.
Yeah.
Love the team that I was with. They were hungry. They were some dogs. I cannot.
Better be. What the fuck?
It made me like, it gave me just a new perspective on everything. Like, I was just grateful to be there. Like, I was like, we really have free will and niggas can do whatever. Like, we just ran from LA to Vegas. That just made me feel like anything is possible.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks, I'm running a race, actually running this time in Toronto with the same team. Shout out Nemesis. Shout out Puma.
Oh, God.
Love you guys. Thank you for bringing me on. Puma has got me like 3-4 pairs of running shoes within the last month. Shout out Puma again. Shout out my boy Paul, who made everything happen with Nemesis and Puma. We get ready to go crazy in Toronto.
Okay.
This one is not a 305. This one is 84 miles total.
Sheesh.
Another team of 6. So I think you do the math, we'll each run 13 to 14 miles each, but it'll be broken up. We're still going to do 3 teams. We'll probably do 3 to 5 miles each segment per person, and we'll be done. The race starts June 6th, 8 p.m. We'll be done by, I think that's Saturday. So we'll be done by Sunday morning.
Damn.
Yep.
That's fire.
We don't plan on running through that. We'll be done by Sunday morning.
That ain't no regular shit.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not many people doing this at all.
Running through deserts and whatever the fuck.
It's not too many people doing it. You gotta have that dog.
No cap.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds fun, bro. But running was something that I only picked up more recently.
Yes.
I have been doing it on and off. Like, I'll go to the park one day and be like, okay, let me just do these 2 miles. And for a summer, I was doing it on a daily basis. But only more recently did I actually pick it up as a daily habit that I most likely will continue doing my entire life. Yeah. But
2 miles a day keeps the doctor away.
Literally, that, bro, you see what I'm saying? You understand.
That's all, bro. That's all you need is 2 miles a day.
Yeah.
2 miles a day, good pace running. You good.
And you don't gotta go, you know what I'm saying, Speedy Gonzalez.
Exactly.
You can go a little 10-minute pace.
Yeah.
11-minute pace.
9 to 10 minute pace, man. That's a good range right there.
That's a jogging speed.
Yeah, that's jogging speed. That's a good pace right there for sure.
Movement is medicine, bro.
Yeah, movement is medicine. Movement is medicine, man. All the time. I have to move every single day.
Yeah.
You know I have to.
Yeah. It's like something that clicks in my brain. I tell him sometimes it's just something at every single day at a particular time. And it may just be because it is a subconscious habit at this point.
Yeah.
But at some point in my day, it just clicks, go do something.
I got to do something.
You know what I'm saying? I go run, I go to the gym, I go do some push-ups, whatever it may be. I have to do something.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that inside of their minds.
They don't.
Have you always had that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like this. I kind of fell off when it came to running when I dropped out. And not even just then. I was still running heavy then, but probably like two to 3 years ago when I was just busy shooting all the time. And I just took working out for granted. I took running for granted. And last year, top of 2024, when I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, that's when I was just like, let me get back into it.
Damn.
So I pretty much, I think, I told you about this.
Yeah, talk about it.
I was in New York, January 2024. I was in New York doing a shoot. And at this point, like I said, I'm just on go. 2021 through really 2024, top of 2024, man, I was just going. No direction. I was just going. And I had to realize I need to slow down. I need to know what I want to do, and I need to do it correctly and not just rush, being on the scene, being outside all the time with my camera just to say I was there, just to say I shot this. So this experience just rewired everything for me. But back to the story. 2024, January, I'm in New York. I'm doing a shoot. Long day on set. Extremely long day. I get back to my hotel. I'm taking a shower. I get out the shower and I'll say I hadn't even looked at myself in a mirror for probably 2-3 weeks.
Damn.
Because I was just going. I was just going. Like I said, shooting this, shooting that. Money is rolling in, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Right? So I look in the mirror after I get out the shower and my face, bro, is like shriveled.
Damn.
Like I'm tiny. It looked ridiculous. I get on the scale. I had dropped 20 pounds in the matter of a week and a half. I want to say I dropped 20 pounds. I was 180. I was 160 when I stepped on the scale.
Damn.
In New York. I'm super dehydrated. I'm just eating. I'm drinking. I'm peeing every 30 seconds. It's ridiculous. So I get back home. My mom sees me for the first time in 2 weeks. She says, son, you look sick. You need to go to the doctor right now. So I go to the doctor the next day, get my blood work done. And on the third day, I get a call, probably like 3 a.m., but it's no caller ID. I don't answer. I get 5 more calls throughout the night. I finally wake up at like 8 a.m. and I answer. And no, I don't answer. My mom busts in the room and she's like, yo, you've been getting calls all morning, all night. Why didn't you answer? I was like, I don't answer, no caller ID. And she's like, that's a doctor calling. They said that your sugar levels are over 600. You need to rush to the hospital right now. So we go to just to put it into perspective.
Is it normal like 100?
Yeah, normal person's insulin, well not insulin, sugar levels, A1C and all of that. It should sugar levels should be in between 75 isn't too low, but I say like 80 and 100. Maybe 80 and 125. Mine were at 600.
Damn.
So it was crazy.
600.
So get to the hospital, they check me in. And at that point too, before all of this, I was getting sleepy all of the time as well. But I thought I was just working too much and that was the cause. The whole time is this. Get to the hospital and they immediately like, yeah, you have type 1 diabetes. Straight to it. They was like, it's no other cause of your sugar levels to spike this high and be 600. They said if I did not get there at that time, if a few days passed, then I would have died.
Damn.
Because my numbers were so high for so long without me knowing that I had type 1 diabetes that it was literally causing nerve damage in my back and damage on my kidneys. So another week passed, I would have been done. So shout out my mom for catching that too.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
yeah, moms, that's what they do.
Shit, shout out God.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck,
No,
bro.
literally, shout out God. But yeah, so since then, it's just been, you know, a new life for me. Honestly, I've slowed down a lot. That's what I will say. I've slowed down a lot, and I just appreciate the little things now. I appreciate just being here. Like me slowing down, the money slowed down, but I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. I feel like I'm creating art for a higher purpose now. I feel like I'm doing photo shoots for a higher purpose now. I don't just accept anything anymore. I just don't accept this client or that client. I literally turn down money now if it doesn't align with my vision, if it doesn't align with what I want to do. And younger me would never do that because I'm just seeing the money and I'm loving how it's coming in. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? But that's a near-death experience, man. Like that it just changed everything for me. Certain things I don't eat anymore. And it really just made me realize how shit our food is and our drinks are.
Oh, it's terrible.
In this country.
Yeah.
Everything is sugar.
Oh, it's shit here,
it's
bro.
bad. I don't eat I never ate white bread for real anymore, but I rarely eat bread now. Because that just translates into sugar. The carbs translate into sugar. I don't eat white rice at all anymore. That translates into sugar. No Gatorade, no Powerade, no fruit punch. Literally nothing from out of the store. If I'm drinking anything, it's water or lemonade that I made. If I'm out and I don't want water, I get lemonade and I water it down with water. So just a new lifestyle for me, man. And I feel the healthiest that I've ever been. Yeah. Sometimes my numbers will get high because I have like a little cheat day. And if I didn't work out and I had a cheat day, then my numbers will spike just a little bit. But overall, I feel the healthiest I've ever been, man. I thank God for just, you know, showing me that it was there.
Yeah.
Because apparently type 1, you're born with it. Mine was just what's the word?
Dormant?
Yeah, dormant. Yes, mine was just dormant for apparently 22 fucking years.
22 fucking years. But I don't know. That's like a testament to the right timing for stuff.
Exactly,
like,
it is.
Maybe it was the time where you needed to get healthy.
Yeah.
And it took this drastic thing.
Yeah. Healthier than I thought I was. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, dormant for 22 years is fucking insane. But, hey, man, I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be here. So,
yeah, that takes courage to, you know, speak the story.
Yeah, man. It took me a while. I just did a YouTube video on it. It took me a while to even do that because I'm like, I feel weak putting myself out there saying I got this, that, and the third. You know, a lot of people are ignorant to the fact that it's different types of diabetes. So I'm in my head like, oh, they probably
think I'm fat.
Yeah, they probably gonna think I'm a fat fuck. They gonna think I'm fat. They gonna think I don't work out. They gonna think I'm just unhealthy. Yeah. Not even knowing that people with type 1 are born with it. Yeah. Or they develop it when their pancreas just stops creating insulin. So that was my case. Type 2, you know, that, you know, you do that's what's prominent in the Black community.
No cap.
With us just eating bullshit. And
all of the things
and not working out. Yeah.
Literally, all the things that you had to get rid of, people overindulge and get type 2.
And get type 2, exactly.
And that's how that shit happens.
And don't care and just killing themselves
literally
every single day. Yeah.
Bro, so you said a couple of destinations, you know what I'm saying? These are international destinations. But going to your point about the food, bro, when I went to Bali specifically, I got to experience just how different the food here and the food outside of here is, even from the same places.
Yes.
You know, because they have Pizza Hut out there. They have McDonald's out there. Completely different. Because certain things aren't allowed to be in there. And
it's banned.
Literally, bro. And I was not working out. I worked out daily, but it wasn't anything intense. Anything that would lead to any results. It was just like, you know, busy work type of thing. I only worked out maybe 2 or 3 times, ran maybe 2 or 3 times. But I came back and my body was at a better condition than
it.
Bro, crazy. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And the thing was, I was eating the most fat shit ever, bro.
Yeah.
Pizza, bro. Shawarma wraps, bro.
Straight
ribs.
bread.
I'm talking
Straight
about
bread.
going stupid, and I'm not becoming unhealthier.
Exactly.
I'm becoming
You're not
healthier.
sleepy after you eat.
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
not normal.
That's not
bro,
normal.
It is not
People
normal.
be like itis.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
Bruh.
That's literally high blood sugar.
Literally.
Y'all are just able, like you guys' body, a regular person's body, the insulin is just able to break down that sugar. So you only feel the itis for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I eat complete bullshit. That itis feeling, I feel that for the whole day if I don't take my insulin.
Damn.
Because it's literally high blood sugar. There's no such thing as the itis.
Yeah.
Food is not supposed to do that. Food is supposed to energize you. It's not supposed to make you feel sleepy.
Exactly.
Y'all body is just able to process it.
Yep.
And not a lot of people know that.
And really, it takes an extra effort for us to process it, which is why it makes us go to sleep.
Exactly.
If it weren't that extra effort, it wouldn't have to expend all that extra energy
Exactly.
to break it down and all that stuff, bro. So either way, bro, we need to bring more awareness to the fact that the food here is literally very unregulated.
Yeah.
And
Farmers market only, bro.
You see what
The
I'm
Cab
saying?
Farmers Market, shout out to you.
yeah.
That is the only place I get my groceries. Besides if I go to Kroger, get some beef bacon or something.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has beef bacon.
Oh God. That's my favorite. My parents' favorite place is the Cab Farmers
The Cab
Market.
Farmers
They got
Market
everything.
saves lives.
Might be the best thing about
and
the
it
Cab.
it is cheap. You can literally get food for a month for $100 or less. I kid you
I
not.
kid you not, bro.
2 weeks ago, I went there. I spent $115. I am still eating food that I bought to this day from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You get all your protein. You get all the meats. You got great cuts of the cow. Plenty of steak
In front
there.
of you.
In front of you.
Yeah.
In front, bro.
In front of you.
Even the fruit. They'll
In
cut
front
the
of you.
fruit in front
They cut
of you.
the fruit. They cut the watermelon. They cut the pineapple.
Fish.
They cut literally.
Bruh.
You got your salmon. You got
Crab.
You got crab. Literally everything you
anything.
need is in there, bro. It is great prices. It's cheap. They got all natural spices. You literally make your own spice blend in there.
Bro.
Like, bro, it's amazing. Just
They need
cooking.
a sponsor.
Yes, literally.
The Cab
Literally.
Farmers Market
The Cab
sponsor.
Farmers Market.
But
Let's
nah.
talk. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Let's
that's definitely
people don't realize like the importance of food, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been fasting probably the past year, and like on January, bro, I did a whole 3-day fast, but I didn't eat no food.
I seen that on TikTok. Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
that was, bro. My awareness was like increased so much, and I
food clouds your mind too.
Yeah,
it
that's
just-
what I'm saying.
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like,
Bro.
but I felt great though. That was the crazy thing.
That's how you're
about
supposed to feel. Like, and back to your point, when I had McDonald's in Mexico, best McDonald's I've ever had. It didn't even feel like McDonald's.
literally.
I had to go back and get more. It was so good, and I didn't feel crazy or nothing after. Like the chicken tasted clean. It didn't taste like McDonald's on Wesley Chapel. You feel what I'm saying?
On God.
It tasted clean.
And the menu better.
Menu's better. It's better options. It's way more options. When I went to Aruba, cleanest seafood that I've ever had. Come back home, why does my seafood taste like this?
On God, bro.
If it's straight from the sea, straight from the ocean, why does it taste like this? It's so many extra processes that they just put our shit through for no reason.
Preservatives.
Yeah, like
chemical.
They're
Like
just trying to kill us.
America's a business, bro.
It's a business.
It's just damn. I gotta keep that product on the
Yeah,
shelf.
I gotta keep
that
it on
shelf
there.
life. I gotta extend
Literally.
it. Let's use these chemicals.
Bruh, same thing with medicine. Like I'm literally in the process now of looking for an herbal doctor, looking for an Eastern medicine doctor right now. So I'm not just injecting insulin into my body every single day. There's so many different ways for you to take care of the body in a natural way.
Yeah.
And we just don't get that luxury here all the time because like you said, it's a business. They want us to be sick so we can pay for the medicine.
Exactly.
So we can do this, so we can do that. So yeah, man, it's to your point, it's just awareness. A lot of people are not aware.
Yeah.
They don't care to be aware.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
They don't care.
Yeah, that's what I like about Meraki Essentials because he uses sea moss. Sea moss is one of the things that a lot of people don't hear about all the time or don't use or aren't exposed to. And it's one of those many things that is a natural, healthy thing that you can consume, that you can utilize to repair your body. and stuff like that. But you did, so since we are talking about travel, like, when was your first time going out the country? He ain't been out the country.
First time, it was Mexico. I'm trying to see. I've been 3 times. The first time for me out of the country was Cabo, Mexico. I went with one of my closest friends, Jenna. Who else was with us? Yeah, Jenna and Asia. I was taking pictures, but we all family, so I was just vibing too.
Yeah.
That was my first time out the country. Yeah, Cabo, Mexico. After that, Aruba. After that, Jamaica. Then back to Mexico and Cancun. I've been to Tulum as well. And while I was in Aruba, we took a boat ride to Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah, I don't even think it's like, I don't think tourism is legal there.
It's
We
not.
literally, we just took a boat ride and like saw the island and
Yeah.
literally turned back around.
Yeah, isn't there like another island that's close to it, and then you can see the other island?
That's literally all we did. And
I think is it Cuba? Is it?
I don't think it's. I'm not sure.
It's another country.
Yeah,
that
I'm not
isn't-
sure.
I
But
don't
yeah,
fucking know.
Venezuela is not like a. It was just cool to see.
Yeah.
We didn't like walk around or nothing like that.
Okay. Like, how did those experiences change your perspective, or did they change your perspective at all?
Yeah, man. Mexico was just amazing. My first time going. And like I said, thank you, Jenna and Asia, for that as well. Like, that was literally that was the first time where I was like, yo, this camera could take me wherever I want to go.
Okay.
And it was just eye-opening for me. It was a moment of like, I could do anything that I put my mind to. Just a confidence booster for real, that anybody, even though they are close friends of mine, but it just made me think like, yo, like somebody believed in my talent enough, in my gifts enough to have me come out of the country and take pictures of them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And after that moment, it was just up. Jamaica was for a wedding for my brother Dennis, his wife Sammy. Beautiful wedding. My first time in Jamaica. I love Jamaican food. Anybody that is close to me knows that I love Jamaican food. So that there was just, my mind was blown, bro. It was an all inclusive resort. So I'm just getting beef patties, chicken patties, jerk chicken every single day, rum punch. It was amazing. It was amazing. That's another thing, man. Just being out there, everything paid for was just like, wow, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Same thing with Aruba. De'Ara took me to Aruba. Pictures for her. At that point, I want to say that had to be like her 26 or 27 birthday. Cause she's 29 now. So
damn.
And I've done 3-4 birthdays with her. So yeah, I want to say 26. Yeah, that was her 26. So that was amazing as well. Aruba, some of the best seafood that I've ever had. Very clean, just great vibes. Plenty of boat rides. Some of the bluest water I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just amazing, man, amazing. And then I went to Cancun for my birthday, 2023. Beautiful. Just walking around in a small little town. Barely had my phone. Barely had my phone. Eating food off of the street, talking to the old grandmas. Like, it was amazing, man. Traveling is the best thing, in my opinion, in the world. I love to travel.
Yeah.
It's freedom. It shows you that there's so much more out here in this world.
That is like, it's completely different sides that you wouldn't even think about.
Exactly.
And hey, bro, shout out to the travel YouTubers and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is living the life,
Yeah,
bro.
they are.
Like, I
They
feel
are.
the same way, bro. Being out the country is literally my paradise. Specifically this country. Like, it's just so many different experiences. And also, you are a different person.
You feel different.
You feel different.
You feel
You're
different.
in a different environment.
Even when I go to LA, I feel different.
Yeah.
Like, just being away from home allows you to expand. It allows you to
Get out
to
your
grow.
routine.
Yeah, it allows you to grow. It allows you to be challenged and get out of being comfortable. Like me right now, I feel like I'm way too comfortable. I am way too comfortable. Like just being at home.
Yeah,
I'm way too comfortable, and I'm real with myself all the time. So me seeing that, I'm just ready to travel again. I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to challenge myself. I'm ready to be challenged. I'm ready to take risks.
Yeah,
that's the point that I'm at right now.
That's where we should be.
Yeah, that's the point where I'm at right now in my career and just in my life. Like I'm recording reels of myself talking. I'm recording YouTube videos of me talking, and I've done 2-3 videos. I don't even have 1,000 subs. I've had 3 different companies reach out to me already.
Wow.
To do reviews or to do content on this product that on YouTube or on Reels, just from a few videos. Getting out of my comfort zone and just actually talking, because I hate talking on camera. I hate showing my face on camera. Like I was the mysterious photographer for so long. Like not a lot of people. Everybody knows 201. Not a lot of people know Harrison. You feel what I'm saying? So just me showing more personality and putting myself out there more, and just taking a risk, me getting out of my comfort zone is allowing me to expand. It's allowing me to get opportunities that I wouldn't get if I just stayed where I was at. Yeah.
So you've been speaking about risk, bro. So for like the people watching, like what advice do you have for them about taking a risk?
Don't think about it, because when you think about it, it's gonna be so many scenarios that play in your head. You're just gonna end up psyching yourself out. Not only don't think about it, don't tell too many people about it. Because, and I fall victim to this all of the time. And I'm getting out of that. I actually wrote that down the other day. I need to stop doing that. Yeah. When you tell too many, and not even from a standpoint of, I don't want anybody to know my business, or, I don't want this person to know that. But when you're telling multiple people your plans, when you're telling multiple people the risk that you're getting ready to take, or you want to do this or you want to do that, subconsciously, all of the different opinions, all of the different things that people are saying are swaying you this way or they're swaying you that way. Subconsciously. We may not think of it. We may not think, they're not swaying my opinion on this. But if you're hearing so many people tell you this, or so many people telling you that, you're going to automatically, maybe I don't need to do this, or maybe I don't need to take this risk that far. And you end up just not doing anything at all. And I fell victim to that too many times. And like I said, I'm getting out of that. Literally, that's a great question, because literally I wrote this down like the top of this week that I'm done doing that. Yeah. I'm done just asking, not even asking. I'm done just getting opinions from everybody. It's my life. Yeah. It's our lives. It does not matter at the end of the day, honestly. Yeah. You got to get you where you want to go.
For real. Yeah. Especially at this time, there is a lack of proprietary thinking, meaning thinking for yourself. And getting all of those opinions adds influences into your decision
that you don't need.
That you don't fucking need, bro. Yeah. And it can make you not go far as you should have. And that's very, very important, to step away and learn how to think for yourself.
Exactly.
Learn how to make decisions for yourself.
Exactly.
And even on the tip of not like be excited by yourself. You don't need.
That's a great point.
You don't need, bro. Like out of solitude, I have begun to think for myself. Yeah. And there's so many things that come internally from me. My excitement.
I love that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. My excitement for the things that I have going on. If I figure out, this new thing, I'm gonna just go do it.
Exactly.
I don't like, even early on, I heard a lot of opinions about what not to do, what to do. And then I looked at the result. Okay, when I listened to myself, what was the result? And when I listened to others, what was the result? Exactly. One of my main reasons for leaving school was because I started to listen to myself instead of listening to other people. And when you build up that mechanism, not only and I was saying that, especially at this age, we need to realize that we have a lot more bandwidth to give. So our tolerance for risk should be a lot higher than a person that is 6 years old. So being able to think for yourself, make your own decisions, be excited by yourself, and then follow through with yourself for those things, I think is the most beneficial way to learn, because you're doing trial and error. And it's cool. If you have this intellectual person that knows a lot about this subject, that has success in this area, by all means. But if it is not a person that is directly affecting or has been in that position, there's no need for their input or their opinion to be anywhere near me.
They just talking.
They and this is what a lot of our elders like to do. They love to say X, Y, and Z, but they were never ever in position to
speak on that.
You get what I'm saying? They're just thinking about, oh well, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because I think it's like this. Yeah, you think it's like this.
A lot of people our parents' age, and just that whole demographic, that whole just age group, a lot of them are still in survival mode, or a lot of them are still just learning. And it's crazy to say, at 40 and 50, still learning who they are.
Yeah.
Learning who they are. It's that generation though. And I won't even say it's sad to say. It's every generation is supposed to be better than the last. But like, even with my parents, I've had to, not take what they're saying to heart so much all of the time. Or not take their, oh, I wouldn't do this, or maybe you should wait on this, to heart, because that's just their way of thinking, or that's what their parents did to them. And I feel like everybody is just in the process of healing right now. I know for me personally, speaking with my family, we're in a process of healing. We're listening to each other more. We're talking to each other more. We're actually comprehending and not just listening to listen. So yeah, it's just a generation thing with that. It's just something. At the end of the day, you do have to choose for yourself. But I've been learning to give my parents grace with certain things of that nature as well. And that allowed me to heal a lot of things for myself, for my younger self, and just me now. Allowing myself to give grace, allowing myself to know this is their first time living too. Bro, this is their first time being parents too. Even with them being in their 40s and 50s, very grown, it is still also their first time ever doing this. This is their first time having a 20-year-old, having a child in their 20s, and having a child in college that's still a teen. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, although we don't, choose for yourself always, those opinions do not matter. I don't take every opinion, like I said, to heart anymore whatsoever. I used to get mad when my parents would be like, nah, you shouldn't do this. Or, nah, I wouldn't do this. Or you should wait on this and wait on that. I used to get mad, but I just started doing it.
Yeah. It's like, bro, the opinions are there. Just like sounds come in your ear, you can choose to do with it what you want. Exactly. If you allow it to affect you in that way, it will affect you in that way. But you can also allow it to just pass through and not do anything with it, and still proceed with the plans that you have for yourself. But there are definitely some differences in the present moment that they had to grow up in and the present moment that we had to grow up in. But I want to switch gears a little bit, because they did grow up in a different time and we are in a different time. For sure. We grew up with just technology, bro.
Yo, we got a big ass announcement. I'm talking about big. Pure Intentions merch in the building. You see what I'm saying? Pure Intentions merch in the building. We got Pure Intentions hat. You know what I'm saying? Summertime coming up. If you want to block out that sun ray, got the hat for you. Yeah. We got a Pure Intentions flask, which can keep your water very cold, you know what I'm saying? 24/7. And we got a Pure Intentions mug. If you ever need some coffee, you need some energy, Pure Intentions mug for you. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit the link in the description to get the Pure Intentions hat, to get the Pure Intentions flask, and to get the Pure Intentions mug. And we out.
Yes, I'll say, in my opinion, we really like 19, maybe 98, but definitely 99 through that 2003 to 05.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
it was just emerging.
Yeah, that's when technology really started to emerge.
Mm-hmm.
More so ending around, I'll say like, I'll give it to 05. I'll give it to 05.
But did we experience that for real? Were we using technology at that time?
I feel like me personally, I did. I had a lot of no technology whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Just me personally speaking.
Wow.
I didn't have a phone until I was 15 years old.
Damn.
And I had to buy it. You feel what I'm saying? 14. I didn't get a phone until my 9th grade year.
Damn.
I did not have a phone until my freshman year of high school.
That's crazy.
And I had to buy it and I paid the phone bill.
I had a phone in 4th grade.
You feel what I'm saying? So, me personally speaking, yeah, like I had the best of both worlds. I was an outside kid. I was outside 24/7. I'm playing. All of my cousins are older. So they're 90s babies. And then, you know, Ryan is a year younger than me. So we literally had the best of both worlds. We weren't on tablets. We weren't on phones. We weren't, you feel me? Like all of that was just emerging then too. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we had the best of both worlds. The no technology, the being outside, the just living.
I think all that shit stopped once we you know, when you're a kid and then you like know what's going on. Yeah. Like that's like 6 years old type of thing. Yeah. And around that time was when technology, like social media was starting to come out.
It was, yes.
So
you had the MySpace, you had the
that's like our adolescence years was technology filled and theirs was not.
It wasn't at all. Wasn't at all.
And that can, you know, provide a little insight into the differences of thinking and why they may be stuck in some ways of thinking.
Because literally with social media, anything is possible. Bruh. You can have $0.
That's why we think we can do anything.
Yeah, that's literally, exactly. That's why we think we can do anything. You have $0 today. 2 days later, you got a post that went viral or an affiliate on TikTok or anything. Now you got 2-3 bands in your pocket. You feel what I'm saying? Just off of social media. Yeah. The exposure alone of social media allows for more opportunities as well. So yeah, to your point, they definitely it's definitely a difference with that for sure. Yeah.
Even when it comes to making money. So like I asked my dad, have you ever received a payment online? He has never received a payment online.
What, from just like anything?
Anything ever. Bro was born way back when. Yeah. I have only received payments online since a child. Yeah. And it's that difference in perspective that leads to
that's a
things
crazy
being
way
possible.
To look at it,
bro.
That's a crazy way to look at it. I think I've gotten checks before. Like my only job that I ever worked was Kroger.
Oh yeah.
I think I got checks there. I may have gotten checks at Kroger.
Yeah. Maybe a couple.
Yeah, I may have gotten a couple of checks when I like first started, but after that, everything was direct deposit.
Exactly.
My first time getting a check in years was literally last week. I got a check when I did Storm Reed's graduation pictures. Her LLC sent me a check. That was the first time that I got a check. I was even perplexed when they said, "Yeah, we're gonna have our team send you a check." I was like, "A check?" I was like. And that's crazy that we don't even think about stuff like that. Like everything is online, everything's direct deposit, everything is straight to the account. So yeah, your dad not ever receiving a payment online is crazy.
It's literally
that's crazy
insane,
to think about.
And I've received thousands. Yeah, I've received thousands of payments online. Yeah, and It's
damn, that's crazy,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I like the checks though.
Yeah, the checks
It'd
is
be
fine.
a different experience.
It is going to the bank and cashing the check.
Yeah. I had a bad first experience with checks. So early on, this was probably when I was like 12, just getting into it. Bro, I was transitioning from really doing like $30 designs to like 100, 200, 300. And bro, this dude scammed me, bro. He sent me a fake check.
Bad check,
yeah, bro. And
that's
then,
that what's that place we went to in I think it was middle school. We all took a field trip there. JV Biztown.
Bro,
yeah.
Biztown.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hard. I don't even think they still doing stuff like that, bro.
But
that shit was tough.
Biztown literally taught us how to sign a check, how to write a check. Like, damn, that's a crazy pool. Yeah.
Count money. Damn, I forgot about that place.
Yeah, we had Chick-fil-A.
Oh, God.
All of that. Yeah.
Wow, bro.
I used to look forward to that.
Facts.
Yeah.
They had us working in there. Each person had a different job. Like, yeah, that was fire.
Yeah. But moving forward with technology, I'm in the AI. I deal with AI, multiple platforms on a multi-daily basis. Photographers will never be replaced. Ever. There will never be a time where a human photographer will not be needed.
I 100% agree.
And you cannot say that about most of these professions.
Yeah.
Any profession where you work on a computer, you're done.
Yeah.
You're finished.
Yeah.
But a handheld, especially videographers, holy shit, y'all not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Maybe in 100 years when they got a robot that can act exactly like you. But other than that, bro, y'all not going nowhere. But have you seen any changes or advancements in the technological aspect of your
definitely in the editing space. AI is amazing. Photoshop, for example, their AI, I know they have the what is the word?
You can generative fill.
Yeah, generative
expand.
Exactly. It's amazing. I cannot lie. I use it. It works like a charm. No problem with it at all. Also, when it comes to just breaking down long form content, Opus Clip, amazing.
Yeah, Opus Clip.
I love Opus Clip. That is what I use for every single piece of short form content. Just plug in my YouTube video, and I got Opus Clip Pro. Literally 20 to 50 videos, and it grades every single video by how well it will perform on Instagram or YouTube Shorts.
Exactly.
Amazing invention. It saves me a lot of time. It allows me to schedule my content. It allows me to just put out content, to put myself out there. So yeah, I love it. There are some AIs when it comes to pictures that are getting kind of crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie. They're as far as conceptual pictures.
Yes. I'm not saying taking pictures. Yes.
Yeah.
As far
but
as
also photorealistic
yes.
is really good as well.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah. I literally, before we came here, I literally just filmed a video on Google's new model that they came out with, which is Imagine 4.
Okay.
And it's mind blowing. I'm gonna be honest.
the way
you
AI,
can't tell the difference.
You can't unless you just know.
Yeah.
The way AI is able to generate pictures right now, like you said, realistically is absolutely insane. But nothing is replacing photographers. I haven't been scared one bit about any of the new AI coming out. I've just been learning to embrace it, honestly, because it's not going anywhere.
Literally.
The longer you sit at your crib, fuck AI and bro. Come on.
You got left behind.
It's here. Yeah, it's
you see
here.
what I'm saying?
It's literally here. And I'm not just saying jump on every wave or nothing, but it's here. This is something that is not leaving.
Yeah.
Our country leaders, I mean, literally fucking Elon Musk. Yeah.
Hearings. They having hearings back to back. They having $500 billion investments. Like, bro, it's
here to stay.
You know what I'm saying?
It is here to stay. So you get with it, get left.
Yeah. Bro,
that's all it is.
I'm actually about to film this other video on an AI that can edit your long form videos.
Okay.
You input your clips in there, it detects, analyzes the progression, also included with metadata.
Okay.
And it is going to break up the clips based on a text prompt. So if you say, hey, I want this to be a documentary style video, it'll do it. if you say, I want you to just, cut it where the sound is off in the clips.
This is already out?
It's already out, bro. This guy just released it. I want to say about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So it's in the early version.
You probably got to pay a good little.
No, it's actually in. Like I said, it's really early. You can use it for free right now.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff you can use for free. The only thing I pay for is Google.
Okay.
It's the only thing. So
I pay for Opus Clip.
Oh yeah,
Pro,
Opus
just
as well.
the Pro version, but the regular still gives you like 10 good videos too.
Yeah. But
I definitely need that after this for sure.
Yeah, bro. I haven't tested it out yet, but based on the demo,
I'll
bro,
test it for you.
Game changer for vlogs, bro.
I have 5 vlogs right now that I need.
It takes so long to get them out, especially being by yourself, like editing and making sure the sound is good and all that stuff. It does it for you, bro. And even
does it color grade? That would be insane.
I mean, but what is color grading for real? Right now, it's LUTs.
Yeah.
You drag and drop a LUT.
That's true.
You got your color grading right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have too many different color spaces that you dealing with, of course, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be something that's added in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this other AI app that I actually made a video talking about Opus Clip and captions.
Okay.
So that workflow. And captions does those AI edits where it adds in. I don't know if you've seen our clips where those are edits. Does complete AI edit, bro.
Oh wow.
You literally just choose your style, choose a little highlight color you want to have, and click create. It adds in the B-roll, it adds in the sound effects, it adds in the overlays, it adds in the transitions.
That's
it's crazy. $10 a month.
I need that info too.
I used to pay editors $500, $600, $700 a month, bro.
Yeah.
I only pay $10 a month, $20 a month for both of those things. All my edits, man. Fuck a editor.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
But that's the way that the shit is changing. As a graphic designer, bro, as a smaller graphic designer, they struggling. Yeah. But my clients are sophisticated, so they're not really going to AI for anything.
Yeah. It's all about being established as well. Yeah. And going back to what I was saying earlier. Those connections, growing that relationship, having a genuine relationship.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, somebody you have a relationship with, somebody you have just great chemistry with. They're not going to AI over you taking their pictures. You feel what I'm saying? You can have 5 to 10 amazing, great clients and don't have to work with anybody else for the rest of your life.
People don't understand that. There was a time where I wanted to work for 300 clients a year. Now, bro, I'm trying to work with maximum 15 per year.
Yes.
That's because
all you need.
Yeah, exactly. In the high ticket space, you could do that very easily, even with 3 clients, bro.
And be fine.
It's kind of like some people may call it, oh, you're an
building
employee.
that trust too.
Yeah. Yes. Building that trust. That's the only reason they still work with me is because I've built up rapport with them over a long amount of time. But that's one of the things that solidified it. But yeah, man, this has been a great conversation, honestly. Do you have anything that you have coming up that you want the people to be on the lookout for? Anything you're excited about?
Bro, we didn't even talk about my clothing brand.
Bro, we didn't even talk about Control Crew. Hey, bro,
we could talk
shout
about
out
it
Control
now.
Crew. I don't have the chain on, bro, but I got the chain on.
For sure.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. I have a drop June 6th. I'm doing a complete rebrand. I had to take a step back and just actually think about what I wanted to do with the brand. Think about, do I want to be seen as this? And I had to get out of the fast money mindset as well. I haven't done a drop in probably 4 months.
Wow.
I probably, in the last 4 months, because I haven't had anything on the site, probably made like $2,000-$3,000. Because I stopped caring about the fast money and I was like, I need to completely rebrand. I need to make sure I'm able to ship out on time. I need to make sure the quality is this high quality. Just a complete rebrand, bro. So, complete rebrand of Control Crew, June 6th. I'm dropping 2 tracksuits and 2 shirts. Small drop, small collection. I'm not doing the collections anymore where I'm doing 10, 12 pieces. confusing people on, I don't know what to buy. Maybe should I get this? Maybe I should get that. And they don't end up getting anything. Wow. Giving it to people straightforward, to high quality tracksuits, to high quality shirts. And I'm just making a whole new control crew. Wow. Just doing what God told me to do, man. I'm being obedient. Finally. Yeah. Finally. Hey, I'm listening. Yeah. And I had to learn the hard way because he has taken me to rock bottom for me to be able to see I need to rebrand, to see I need to slow down and do things the right way. So I'm, like I said, I'm just grateful to be here, man. Like, the rebrand is coming. I'm running again. My health is in order. I haven't had any lapses with my medicine. Like, I had to slow down to see everything. I had to slow down to get that clarity. And like I said, shout out God. Thank you, God, for everything. I'm just happy to be here, man. Everything is, I feel like I'm stepping into my purpose finally. Okay. Is what I'll say. Even going back to what I said about me not just accepting any clients anymore. Me only accepting either clients that I already have a relationship with or somebody that I can see myself building a business relationship with. A lot of emails that I get, a lot of DMs that I get, I don't even respond or I refer them to somebody else now. If it does not align, I am not doing it. I'm choosing myself. Like I said, it's that time, man. It's time for it. Yeah.
And that's one of those inflection points that we talk about on the podcast a lot. People have inflection points in their lives that lead to realizations that change them. And for some people, it'll be a near-death experience. Yeah. For others, it'll be a heartbreak.
Exactly.
For others, it'll be seeing someone struggle or seeing a situation.
And for others, it's all three of them.
Literally.
Me has been all three.
You know?
Yeah.
and that's, but it's about those being, open to them.
Exactly.
And open to that change.
Accepting it. Yeah. Accepting the change, being willing to change, and that newfound clarity once you do change. That is the point that I'm at right now. And like I said, I'm happy. I'm loving it.
Have you always had a good relationship with change?
No, I haven't. That was my biggest thing. To why I was saying I felt stuck for the longest time. Why I felt like it was just a rat race and just a cycle of me just chasing fast money. I was not, and just me being too comfortable. I just had the realization, like I said, like a few weeks ago. Like I made it up in my mind. I'm ready to change. Like I literally prayed to God. I said, I'm ready to step into my purpose. I've been doing well from a flesh standpoint of me just being here thinking that me making money and me doing this is cool. But once I sat down and prayed, I asked God for clarity. I asked God to show me my purpose. I asked God to just put me where I needed to be. And he stripped everything. Completely. Stripped everything. And the feeling that I thought I was going to have of being at rock bottom, I did not have that feeling. Because God showed me that I'm already full with the things that I already have. With the things that I actually need and not the things that I want. From there, I was able to have the clarity to see, yes, I need to rebrand. I don't need to still put out the same stuff that I've been putting out and just trying to make fast money off of that. Yes, I need to stop accepting just any and everybody when I'm shooting. Although I may not be posting every single client and I'm only putting out the work I want to put out, I'm still having that energy exchange with people that don't even align with me while I'm shooting. Okay. There's no need for that. Yes, I need to start running again. Yes, I need to make sure I have all my medicine and no lapses in any of my medicine.
Take care of yourself.
You can't be here and make the money that you want to make. You can't be here and travel to places that you want to travel if you're not taking care of yourself. So just that whole realization, me sitting down and just having a hard conversation that I needed to have with God changed everything for me. I said it's only been 2 weeks.
Okay, bro.
Shout out to God. Amazing.
Yeah, bro. Like shout out to God, bro. One of the biggest things that allowed me to move through life in a peaceful way, go into situations that another person may go into and they would
crash.
Yeah. is knowing that at every step of the way, God is with me.
He's with you.
God has always been with me, and whether I like it or not, God will always be with me.
Exactly.
So it's like going into this situation, if I allow fear to take over me, I am acknowledging that this other presence isn't there. I'm acknowledging that this other stronger presence isn't there.
Do it scared, bro.
For real, bro.
Do it scared. Do it scared. That's been my motto for the last 2 weeks. Do it scared.
Yeah.
You can have nothing in your account. You can have like I said, you just had that rock bottom feeling. But he's there. Just do it.
Deadass, bro.
Literally just do it.
And it's not what you think it'll be.
Yeah, it's not at all.
You could be at rock bottom, bro. You feel like the world gonna end, and then tomorrow something happened that take you out of rock bottom. And it's like, dang, why did I feel that anyway
Literally.
if this was gonna happen?
Just do it scared and keep the mindset of God will provide if you're putting in the work.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Faith without work is dead.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was just talking about last week with like the difference between faith and belief is that like faith is like supercharged. No, belief is supercharged by God. So it becomes faith.
You said faith is supercharged by God.
Yeah, faith is supercharged
Belief
by
is
God.
without.
Yeah, so you have that God behind that belief, then you have faith, and then you really embody that faith.
Faith is nothing without works. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, bro, as we wrap up, bro, is there any, last thing that you want the people to know? Maybe you got a message that you want to give to somebody or the audience, or you could just let them know your intention for your life, and maybe that can spark some inspiration for them.
For sure. I mean, my closing message, control what you can control, man.
Literally,
That's
bro.
what I live by. Y'all see it on the jacket.
Yeah.
Don't have my chain on either today, but control what you can control. There's nothing else in life more important than trusting God and controlling what you can control. Like David said, it's gotten me out of plenty of situations of crashing when I just have that peace and just have that knowing. But yeah, intentions for my life, man, just continue to be the best Harrison, the best 201 that I can be. Okay. I love to put my art out, inspire others all the time. I have people reaching out to me every single week. Yo, your work inspires me. I love what you're doing for the community. I love how you highlight Black women. I love how you highlight the Black community. Your work is doing magic for us. And that keeps me going. Because there's times where I think my work is just, you feel what I'm saying? But I get that DM or those 2-3 DMs in a week. Yo, I would love to shadow you on set. I would love to work with you on set. I would love to just learn from you. I would love to just network with you. And that's what keeps me going, being able to inspire our community and just be a pillar for all of the creatives, not only just in Atlanta, but all over. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love always on my work. All of my followers across all platforms.
Yeah, plug the socials.
Mr.201 on Instagram, Mr.201 on TikTok, and YouTube, Mr.201. So yeah, y'all check me out.
Yeah, y'all see it on the screen right now. Go ahead, follow, bro. Yeah, tap in, ask him a question.
I'm here. If I don't answer, man, just reach out again. Yeah, just reach out again. Sometimes I don't see it. A lot of my messages go to my request. But yeah, if I don't answer the first time, reach out again. Don't have too much pride or ego. I reach out to people 2-3 times all the time. I'm a double, triple, quadruple texter. I don't care until I get what I need.
That's what you gotta be.
You feel what I'm saying? And no reply is too fast. Somebody texts me about business, just in general, I reply within a minute to 5 minutes, bro. A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't want to seem like I'm desperate. I want to, you feel me? Bro, reach out to people, reply fast, get what you want. Be adamant about it, and just do you. Control what you can control.
No cap. Sure. Hey, man. Harrison, Mr.201, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, bro, sharing this knowledge.
Family, man.
And, letting the people see a new face. Because this is the first episode. I don't plan on this being the last time you come on because, like with our other guests, we expect great things from you. Not even expect. We know that great things will come from you. And we would love to, have you back once those things are the present moment
Exactly.
or have transpired and share with the people. But this has been episode number 35 of the Pure Intentions podcast. Make sure you are tapped into the socials.
35.
Yeah. At Pure Intent Pod. Make sure you tapped into the community. We're putting out the schedule this week, bro. We're gonna do it within the next 2 days. So we're gonna start the schedule next week. Probably when you're seeing this. So join the Pure Intentions community. Also link in the bio. And another huge announcement: we are now available on all of your favorite platforms: Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We are available everywhere. Everything. And honestly, bro, I like listening to the audio.
For real?
I like listening to the audio really well, bro. And so make sure that you are plugged into those. Download the podcast. Turn on notifications so you know when we drop. And yeah, man.
Hey, be on the lookout for events. They coming real soon.
Real soon.
If you live in the Atlanta area.
Y'all doing events.
Yeah, bro. We doing some hiking, bro.
Yeah, hike.
That's
we
dope.
didn't even talk about it, bro.
That's dope.
That's one of the things that we would do as a kid is my family would go up to the mountains and his family would come along, or sometimes just him. And so him and Makayo have had that experience of like going to the mountains.
Shout out my boy Makayo.
Oh God,
yeah,
Hey.
Yeah, man. So, excuse me. But, yeah, man. It's been Pure Intentions Podcast, and we out.
Yes, sir.